What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into Netflix's steamiest new series that's got everyone talking. The Hunting Wives might as well be called the Humping Wives because this murder mystery series doesn't hold anything back when it comes to its sexual content. Before we jump in, just a heads up, we're going to be discussing some major spoilers for The Hunting Wives. So if you haven't watched it yet and want to go in fresh, maybe bookmark this video for later. So here's the setup. Sophie, played by Brittany Snow, is this buttoned-up woman from Boston who meets Margo, that's Malin Akerman, at an NRA party in Texas. And let me tell you, Margo makes quite the first impression by instantly removing her gown to show off her extremely toned, nearly nude body. By the end of the series, these two married women are completely in love, and it all starts with Margo flirting with Sophie during a shotgun lesson in the very first episode. This show is based on May Cobb's book, and it's this wild combination of murder mystery, southern humor, and some seriously intense intimate scenes. Margo finds time for steamy relationships with pretty much everyone, her best friend Sophie and Callie, who's played by James Ray Newman, and even her friend's teenage son Brad. And she's married to oil tycoon Jed, played by Dermot Mulroney. This woman seriously has an allergy to shirts, and monogamy. Malin Akerman is topless a lot in this show. Now, here's where things get really crazy. There's this late season intimate scene that went absolutely viral on social media this week, and the internet lost its mind. It shows Callie clearly being the one in charge in the bedroom with her sheriff husband Johnny, played by Branton Box. She's pegging him like it's just another Tuesday night. So if you want to know about the sexiest Netflix series we've seen in a long time, or if you just want to skip straight to the steamiest moments, I've got you covered. Here are the top 9 naughtiest, sexiest, and steamiest moments from The Hunting Wives Season 1. Episode 1. Margo's bold introduction. The show doesn't waste any time showing us that Malin Akerman is going to be as revealing as possible. Just a few minutes into the first episode, Sophie walks in on Margo in the bathroom. When Margo asks if Sophie has a pad and Sophie only has tampons, Margo decides she can't use those. So what does she do? She removes her dress and stuffs toilet paper in her black lace underwear like it's totally normal to do this in front of someone you just met. The weird part? We find out later it's actually Margo's own house and bathroom. So why was she asking for supplies in the first place? Anyway, Margo is clearly laying some groundwork here, telling Sophie and us viewers to get ready for a lot of steaminess. Episode 2. Callie and Margo's friendship goes further. If you live in the fictional town of Maple Brook, Texas, and you have a pulse, Margo's probably going to sleep with you. That becomes pretty clear when Margo shows up at her friend Callie's place and immediately starts making out with her. What's interesting is that these conservative NRA wives don't seem to mind a little same-sex romance. Episode 2. Margo still makes time for her husband. How generous of her, right? The queen bee of Maple Brook still finds time to be intimate with her actual husband, oil tycoon Jed Banks. This scene is hot mainly because we see Jed's hand on Margo's backside, and it shows us Margo's just endless appetite. This woman is constantly ready to go. Episode 2. Margo's mentoring goes beyond expectations. We knew from the premiere that Margo has multiple partners, including her friend's teenage son. But this is where Sophie discovers this secret. The scene is significant because it keeps Sophie's growing attraction to her new friend very much alive. Plus, we get more of Malin Akerman's revealing scenes. Episode 3. Sophie's mind wanders during intimacy. Sophie was clearly impressed by what she witnessed. At the beginning of episode 3, Sophie and her husband Graham have this intense encounter. There are moans, legs everywhere, and for once, even Graham comments that Sophie is really enjoying herself. What's happening? Sophie is remembering seeing that young man with Margo. Even though she's with her husband, Sophie was thinking about Margo the entire time. Episode 4. Sophie and Margo finally act on their feelings. Finally, these women get together. After half a season of flirting, undressing, and spying, Margo and Sophie actually have their moment. Bikinis come off, zippers get undone, and everyone reaches their peak. And that's honestly the most tame way to describe this entire scene. Episode 7. Callie becomes TikTok famous. Okay, you can't say you didn't see this coming. Wait, you didn't? Didn't you notice earlier in the season that Callie totally dominates her big, powerful, macho, racist police officer husband? Remember when he dropped his pants in his office so she could give him steroid injections? What did you think that symbolized? The needle was obviously representing something else. This pegging scene is what made Callie the biggest star on TikTok recently. Episode 7. Sophie and Margo reconnect quickly. You'd be wrong to think that a few murders would slow down Margot's intense desire to be with everyone she knows. Even after being charged with murder, Margot still wants to be intimate with Sophie. After their encounter, Sophie literally asks to pause their conversation because she's going through a lot right now. Episode 8. Sophie and Margot's final reunion. No matter how chaotic the hunting wives gets, Margot will find time to remove her clothes. This time, Sophie joins her. The first season ends with these two having passionate, intense intimacy right in the middle of the finale. Passion knows no boundaries, and this show definitely has no logic. God bless Texas, and God bless the hunting wives. And that's a wrap on the steamiest moments from the hunting wives. This show is absolutely wild and definitely not for everyone. But if you're looking for something that pushes boundaries, this might be right up your alley. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this series. Did it go too far, or was it just the right amount of crazy? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. I'll catch you in the next one.